I mean, looking at it hasn't really changed.
I think we had a lot harder times than what the young ones have because there was no money. I know people say we're in a recession now, but young people always still seem to have a lot of money.
The things that young people want now are not the things I wanted when I was young.
You know, as a teenager we seem to have more than the teenagers have here.
I think that young people have changed an awful lot in that time because of the advent of technology.
As a child, it was free and easy. There wasn't the same dangers and things as there is now.
They have a lot of cars and, you know, nearly everybody has got transport.
I think it needs more for children to do. Standing round the summer seats and at the side of the shop isn't great.
When we were growing up, you wouldn't have money to drink and smoke and things like that, you know.
There's quite a lack of facilities for the teenagers.
The young ones get criticised for not being good, but I think that most of them is 100% of
Anyone that has to go out and get a job, you know, it might be impractical for them to be living in Cushendun.
Employment is a problem that needs something done about it because, like lots of rural areas, there's not enough jobs and there's not enough to keep young people here.
There isn't any more unemployment here than anywhere else.
And unfortunately, with the work situation, you're losing a lot of them going away to Australia and America and places like that. Those are the unfortunate things, you know.
We've lost pubs, hotels, we've lost the shop, we've lost petrol, which we used to have here. I think it's just been a case of steady decline that I've seen over my lifetime here.
Once I became 18, I went away, and all what you have to do, even now, to get work.
You know, if they go abroad, they can earn better wages, and the climate is better.
Wouldn't have been the same amount of people leaving to go away as it would be now.
If there was more to do, if there was more employment prospects, that they would love to stay here.
It's not that far away from work. When people say, oh, there's no factory here or there's no jobs here, there are jobs. Ballymena is within the travel to work area. It's perfectly possible and feasible for people to go to work in Ballymena and other towns.
I have a 70-mile round trip every day to work, and I could move away and live closer to my work, but I don't mind driving 70 miles to get back home to Cushendun.
We don't seem to have sufficient facilities to attract holidaymakers here.
We had 3 hotels, it has changed now, we effectively have none.
This was a B road from Castle Green to Cushendun, as if we didn't matter down here, you know. The main A road went round with the viaduct to Ballycastle, that's where the buses went. When you look down at the old Glendon Hotel, there's a wreck sitting there. And I think facilities like that are badly missed.
Older people probably remember Cushendun as being a much busier place.
Busloads used to come to, you know, to the hotels.
There's always big crowds about every weekend, and the BLL and Pat Hamilton's was going now with the Glendon nursing home is. They were all places that drew in people. And
It always came to Cushendun, that car park there, that area, and all the street and right over to the Strand and down to the hotel to be full of buses.
it'd be hard to recommend it for young people now. It's more nearly for retired people, like, you know, the apartments down there is probably for older people to come and live in, you know.
Retired people are the greatest thing you ever had in a community because they've lots of money.
I think the older people love Cushendun because of the community spirit.
The scenery, the terrific scenery, the walks.
People complain all the time, oh, the poor Irish people. There's nothing poor Irish about the people. They have a pension, they have free travel, they have free prescriptions, they have free passports, they have free television licence over a certain age, they have no mortgages to pay, they have no children to educate, they don't eat very much, they never need to buy clothes again. We have a lot here. We have good housing, We have good schools, we have access to good schools. We're not far away from the doctor in Cushendun. We have a couple of pubs, we have a good well-stocked shop, we have recreation facilities, a good hurling field, we have play areas, we have a beach, we have the countryside, we have reasonable weather.
The things that they have in towns and cities you wouldn't want in Cushendun.
The big assets is the nursing home. We have a nursing home, and mind that is a very important thing in any community, because the care of old people is very important in the care of sick people.
Seldom you'll go through Cushendun. If you stop at the shop, it doesn't matter who you meet, you'll stand and have a yarn with them.
As I drive in home every evening down the Glen, the minute I see Cushendun, the minute I see the coast, the minute I see the bay sweeping around, I just feel like I've arrived home.
Eating Chris, you're so fat. Look at all that food she's gonna eat. Which one are you gonna pick, Anna?
I just don't know. Too many.
Smile for the camera. Pickled onions. Oh, take them out again, Anna. Or there's chicken. Stop wasting it. No, I need to get a still one of this. In reconstruction. Why are you always in the way?
Follow me.
You're just I'm trying to get the whole thing.